Odoyo Owidi, good evening.
Good evening.
How are you doing?
I can't complain.
But a few minutes ago, you were complaining about the newspapers.
Yeah, sometimes I look at the Kenyan newspapers. One thing I have discovered on all of them, they seem to be having a meeting every evening before they publish them. They publish them the next day. They basically carry the same things, same contents, but most interesting, same opinion. All of them, including the now online ED. But that is not all. When you look at the language they use, especially against the person of President William Ruto and his government, you clearly see a partisan media. For example, today I noticed the stories they were having about the reunion of Gachagua and Karua, and also the reunion of President William Ruto and Atuoli. When they were reporting and framing the story around the reunion of Atuoli and President William Ruto, they weren't dwelling on the past of these two. The language that Atuoli used on the president, the language that was not good. And they even went ahead to say how the president responded. And then they say how Atuoli is a bad personality for doing what he did. But when you look at the way they have reported the Gachagua Karua reunion, it is a good thing that is going to consolidate the union of the mountain. It is a good thing that is going to bury the hatchet of people who are largely opponents. So you clearly see from the way the media reports in Kenya today that they are partisan. And I once said that probably they have even been bought. But also there are people within the media who have been just aligned into anti-government reporting. They don't know why, because their seniors say, do this, do that, do this. And they also, from the body language of their seniors, they can tell what makes their seniors happy and what don't make them happy. But they really don't know what is going on. So I think it is time the government also think of how to counter a partisan media in a democracy like Kenya today, how to deal with it, how to respond. For example, today you see there's a headline that is saying sunroof politics. I have been in Kenya long enough. I am one of the few Kenyans who are still alive, who saw Kenyatta, saw Moi, lived through Kibaki, Uhuru, and now President William Ruto. There is no day a president will come to the countryside, see a crowd, and not pop up to speak to them. At least tell them why he was there, what he's doing, and what he's going to do going forward, and what they should do, and what they should not do. That is the responsibility of any head of state, in or outside Kenya. So when you see the media trying to criticize that, it means they are serving an interest that is offended by the president, telling the people what they ought to do, what he's going to do for them, what he has done for them, and what the people who are opposing him are doing wrong. That is expected from any president. In fact, the people who ought to be quiet are these people who are opposing the right things the president is doing.